everybody, it's 13th Wolfman. Today's day 7 in the 31 Days of Horror. 31 Days of Horror. Yes, I'm loving it. This year is just as good as every year that I do this. I'm having fun with it. And before I get into the movie, I'm just going to give you a little brief history on the maker of the movie. Mario Bava. Yes, I dug deep this day. I went into the 1960s. Mario Bava. He's an Italian filmmaker. He was at one time considered the Italian Alfred Hitchcock. He started out like back in the 20s, you know, doing like special effects for his father, who was also a filmmaker, and worked his way up to writer, producer, director, and in the 60s he became a director of many classic Italian horror films. Black Sunday, Bay of Blood, The Girl That Knew Too Much, and today's classic, Black Sabbath. This movie came out in 1963. It stars Boris Karloff is actually in this, and the sad thing is that the version that's out there in America, it's really hard to. I would love to find the version with Boris Karloff's vocals not dubbed in Italian. It's hard to find, because Boris Karloff has this very rich, very baritone voice. And at the beginning of this movie, they show Boris Karloff, and he's like, basically he's doing the Hitchcock thing. Good evening, everybody. Tonight I'm going to tell you, tonight we're going to share with you 3 stories of woe, you know. But it's this really high-pitched Italian voice saying it, you know, in Italian. This is a movie you got to read. I mean, there are no English dubs for it, at least not for American versions, and I would love to find that. But you got 3 stories. You've got the first story you have is called The Telephone, and it's basically this young lady is being harassed by someone from her past. I like this story. It's simple. It's you know, it takes place all like in one setting. You don't really see. I think you see like 2 or 3 scenes basically outside of the one setting, but it all basically takes place in this young lady's apartment. And then you have the second story, which Boris Karloff is in, and I'm trying to think what it's called. The reason I'm looking is because it's Wardelock. The Wardelock, which essentially translates to vampire. I mean, when you watch the story, you find out what a Wardelock is, and it's essentially a vampire, and it's a really cool story. It's the longest of the 3 stories. The movie's only an hour and 32 minutes long, but that story in particular takes a while to get through, but it's a really good, really well done, really rich story. And then the last story is A Drop of Water, and all of these stories basically could be episodes of the Twilight Zone, especially the first and last story. Just the way that they are that little twist on it, another Tales from the Crypt type thing feel to it. I love this movie. I don't watch it enough. I don't know why. It comes out of the Mario Bava collection, which is right there. It comes out of this collection, which has Black Sunday, Black Sabbath, The Girl That Knew Too Much, Knives of the Avenger, and Kill Baby Kill. And then next to that is Lisa and the Devil, House of Exorcism, Bay of Blood, Baron Blood, Kidnapped, Roy Colt and Winchester Jack, 5 Dolls, For an August Moon, and 4 Times at Night. So the second one has more movies, but so yeah. Going back to this, I mean those are the 2 Mario Bava collections. It was put out by Anchor Bay. But yeah, so this is it. This is the movie for today, Black Sabbath. If you haven't seen it, this is a must-see. I mean, if you like horror, this is one of those movies that has a sense of dread to it, a sense of sense of need. You know, it's you're not going to laugh at this. This is not a comedy. This is, oh my God, look what happened type thing. You know, so check it out. As always, like, subscribe, share, and comment. I want to know what you have to say when you do subscribe. Hit that bell. Bing that bell, ring that bell. That way you know when I'm putting something new up. And, as always, I am the 13th Wolfman. This is the 31 Days of Horror, Day 7, and I'm on the prowl.